here. Congratulations on bringing your new puppy or dog home. I'm so excited for the family and the new puppy to start this new adventure. Having a new member of the family can be a super exciting time, but it can also be very overwhelming. I am here to help you step by step of the way. Now, bringing a new puppy or dog home, there's simple things that you can do to set yourself and your new dog up for success. I am going to show you what exactly you have to do in the first 36 hours so that you know you're doing everything correct. Now, again, it can be a little bit overwhelming. The biggest thing I would like you to remember is an adjustment for everybody in the beginning. So be gentle on yourself. I think that's the biggest thing I want you to remember during this entire video is that both of you are going through a big adjustment. But if you follow these simple steps, you'll know exactly what you need to do to set yourselves up for success. I'm going to turn the camera around now and show you a couple tips that can help make a world of difference. Now, with all the training that I do, I firmly believe in setting your dog or puppy's environment up for success. So what you're going to see here is a crate. I love crate training puppies and dogs. It's a great preventative tool. It gives your puppy or dog a place to call their own. It helps with potty training, impulse control, chewing. The list can go on. You can definitely take a look at other videos of how I train the crates and how I can get your dog or puppy comfortable in a new crate. But this is a great way to set your puppy's or dog's environment up for success by utilizing a crate. And I do have the crate in a general area so that your puppy or dog does not feel isolated from the family. This is within our kitchen and within our living room. It's a high traffic area. Now, Carbon here is sporting the Success leash. So I love having dogs on a leash in the house so that if they're getting into any trouble, I can gently grab the leash and redirect the dogs. I call this the dog's Success leash, right, Carbon? But also, I will hold on to this leash if I can't observe the dog freely. So if I'm in the kitchen and I don't want to put my dog in the crate or their exercise pen, I'll utilize the leash and have the dog attached to me on leash so that I always know where the puppy and dog is. Again, setting them up for success. What else I have is an exercise pen taking up my entire living room. Is it a pain? A little bit. But if I'm not going to utilize a crate, I'll use an exercise pen so I can put the puppy or the dog in the exercise pen to set them up for success. I'll also put toys in there so that the puppies or dogs are entertained. What I've also done to set their environment up for success, we have wooden floors, but I have rolled up this carpeting so that the puppies or the new family member will not make mistakes on the carpeting or the rug. Now, if you have carpeting, no problem whatsoever. I'm just showing you what I do with our rugs to make sure the dogs don't go potty on the rugs. Another thing that I will do to set the environment up for success is I close all the doors. Any area that I don't want the puppy or the dog, I'll close all the doors. So our hallway is dark with all the doors closed. And you might see that I have baby gates. I use baby gates all over the place. Again, your focus is to set the environment up for success. So even though I have all the doors closed in the hallway, I'm also going to separate the hallway with a baby gate. But you can see I do have a baby gate in the hallway because if I didn't want to close one of the doors, but still didn't want the puppy or the dog to come into the bedroom or another room, I could put that baby gate up. So these are tools. Your baby gates, your exercise pens, your success leash. Carbon's been playing all day, so he's a nice tired puppy. And your crates. Those are all tools to help set the environment up for success. It's very important to think about. And then if you can, roll up any rugs that you have to deter any potty issues. If you have carpet, no problem. Your dog will either be in their exercise pen or on their success leash for supervision, or inside their crate to make sure that they're not going to make any mistakes in the house. Now, another thing that I do to set their environment up for success is I make sure I have plenty of toys. There's toys sprawled out all over the place here. But I make sure I have plenty of toys for the puppies and the dogs to make sure that they're occupied. And then also, especially with a new puppy, they love to put things in their mouth, including wires. So it's good if you can cover up those wires with some masking tape until your puppy doesn't have that desire to chew anymore. So these are ways to help set your environment up for success. Super important. Set the environment up for success. Carbon agrees, but he's tired. Now, hopefully within this 36 hours, you're going to get some sleep. But how do we set our new puppy or dog up for success for sleeping? First of all, I think it's really important that you let your neighbors know that you are getting a new puppy or a new dog, because there might be some whining or crying throughout the night as your puppy or dog is getting adjusted to their new home. And if you tell your neighbors ahead of time, it can save a lot of stress on you and also frustration on your neighbor. Just let them know, hey, I'm getting a new family member and I'm working closely with the trainer to get them comfortable in our home. So think about where you want your dog to ultimately sleep, and also think if you need to work on potty training, which you probably do. Now, a crate is absolutely wonderful. We might need to take some time to crate train the puppies or the dogs, and that's okay. But what you can do is put a crate or a bed inside your bedroom, if that is where you would like your new puppy or dog to sleep. If you do not want them to sleep in your bedroom, put them in the area that you would ultimately like them to sleep. The sooner that you can get started on setting boundaries or expectations, such as I would like you here, it's going to be an easier transition from I'll let you sleep in my bed for the first 2 nights, and then after that, forget about it. You're going to be elsewhere. I wouldn't suggest that. You want to start off, again, setting your dog up for success and putting them where you would ultimately like them to sleep. Now, what you can do is play soft music for your dog as they're going to sleep. You can also exercise them before they go to sleep. You can take them for a walk, or if your puppy doesn't have all their vaccinations, you can play with them and then have them go to sleep. But exercise can help calm your dogs or your puppies down before bedtime. You could also give them a chewy to chew on to help soothe themselves to sleep, just like a child uses a pacifier. That can be soothing for your puppy. If you are potty training, highly suggest getting up in the middle of the night and taking your puppy out to go to the bathroom. The sooner that we can start a routine and let your dogs know where they should go to the bathroom, the quicker they'll understand this. So set the alarm and get up to take your dog out to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night. I promise, as much of a pain that this might be, it'll save you a lot of heartache in the long run. That is how you can set your dog up for success with sleeping. Okay, let's talk about feeding and potty training. The reason why I put the two together is that they can go hand in hand. If you know when your dog eats, they normally have to go to the bathroom within 10 to 15 minutes after they eat. So first of all, with feeding, you want to keep your dog on the same food that they had before you brought them home. So find out what that food is. If you want to change their food, you can do it gradually. You add a little bit of old food with a little bit of new food, and you can do the gradual change. You don't want to switch them from one food to the next because they can get an upset stomach and it can cause diarrhea. So you just change the food gradually. Now, with me being a reward-based trainer, this means I use a lot of treats, toys, praise, and love to reward the good behaviors within the dogs that I care for. So what I'll often tell owners to do is have many plastic containers with a good seal on them so that the dogs can't smell the food around the house, so that we can capture and reward the dogs for doing the correct behavior. So please remember that the behavior that's rewarded will increase. So the more that we can reward them for doing the right thing, the quicker they will learn. Now, with potty training, what you want to do when you first get your puppy or dog home is take them to their potty spot, which means take them to the same area that you would like them to go potty, and wait for them to go potty. You might have to wait a little while, but I promise you, if you wait for them to go to the bathroom in their designated potty spot, they will learn where to go potty that much quicker. You can keep them on a long leash so that they can walk around and smell, because the smelling can prompt them to go to the bathroom. And then when they do go potty, you can say your word, like, good, go potty, go shishi, go to the bathroom. You can put a word to it and then have a potty party. You say your word, lots of praise, make sure you give treats and let them know that that was the best thing in the universe. And then with your new puppy or dog, you want to take them to that same potty spot every half hour, and wait for them to go to the bathroom. If they go to the bathroom, have a potty party and reward them for doing so in the correct area. Now, the main mistake that I see owners make with potty training is that they give their puppy or dog too much freedom too fast. So that means that your dog is running around the house unsupervised. Success tools to use is their success leash, their crates, exercise pens, so that you always know where your dog is so that they can't make mistakes. Now, if your dog ends up going potty and you don't catch them in the act, don't go over and scold them for going potty where they weren't supposed to. Honestly, you should be the one scolding yourself for not keeping an eye on your dog when you first get them and they're learning where to go potty in the correct space. But if you do happen to catch them going potty where they're not supposed to, give a quick note, take them out to their potty spot and wait for them to go potty. Then when they do so, have a potty party. It's very important to be consistent with this, because the more consistent you are, the quicker they will learn where to go potty. And that even means waking up in the middle of the night and taking them out to their designated potty spot and waiting for them to go potty. I promise you, you can have potty training done very quickly if you are consistent. I also like to recommend, while potty training, keeping a potty log or potty journal. If you write down the times that your dog is going to the bathroom and where they are going, you'll start to notice a pattern of when they need to go to the bathroom. And again, that can make your training that much faster. So as long as you're consistent, your training will be a lot quicker. Now, even though we're talking about the first 36 hours that you bring your new member home, it's not too early to start setting clear boundaries, guidelines, and expectations for your new member. What that means is, if you don't want a dog that jumps, don't allow them to jump. Simply ask them to sit instead. A sitting dog is not a jumping dog. They're not a bolting out the door dog. They're a dog looking to you for the next bit of direction. If you don't want a dog that lays on the couch or the furniture, don't allow them on the furniture when they first come home. If you do not want a dog that sleeps in your bed, don't put them in your bed if they're whining and crying. Set clear boundaries and stick to them. The sooner that you set these boundaries and the more consistent you are with sticking to them, the quicker your dog will learn. Well, there you have it. The 4 steps that you should implement in the first 36 hours that you have your new member home. To review, that's setting their environment up for success, making sure that you have crate or exercise pen, baby gate, closing doors of the bedrooms of your house where you don't want them to get into, covering wires with tape, making sure you put things away so that they don't have things to chew on. You also want to focus on their feeding and potty training. The sooner that we can focus on a specific spot for potty training, the faster that is going to go. You're going to focus on sleeping. Make sure that they start off sleeping in a spot that you would like them to sleep into. And again, maybe warn your neighbors that you have a new family member home that's just getting acclimated to their new environment. And last but not least, set clear boundaries right off the bat. Again, the sooner that you set your boundaries and expectations, the quicker your dog will learn what you expect of them. I am here for you every step of the way. Keep an eye out for additional videos. Please leave a like or a comment. If you have questions or concerns, I'm here to help.